right, happy Monday, you guys. The 2022 election is still 7 months away, but there's a race we need to keep an eye on, the governor's race. Not here in Nevada. I'm talking the governor's race in Vermont. A 14-year-old from Las Vegas has entered the race. Now, right now, Jackson Williams is an 8th grader at Leavitt Middle School, but on November 8th, he hopes to be Governor Jackson Williams. In many ways, Jackson Williams is your typical teen. Number one, he says dude a lot.
Dude, this is cool. I'm like almost every other teenage dude. I play video games.
And in other ways, Jackson is not your typical teen.
I also like to make predictions on what happens in the next 2022 elections.
No one could have predicted this. A 14-year-old from Las Vegas is running for governor in Vermont. Jackson checked the election laws, no age limit, and as a write-in candidate, no residency requirement. So this local 8th grader decided, let's do it. And by the way, his mom had no clue.
He didn't even really ask. He just kind of told me he was doing it. Yeah, he explained to me about there not being any age limits and that he was really interested. And so I told him, you know, buddy, just go for it.
His family's on board, but some of Jackson's friends were confused.
They were like, why? Like, why would you do this? Like, they had a lot of questions like here today, like, wouldn't you think you're not old enough? Or like, why would you be running at 14?
Jackson got bit by the political bug at an Elizabeth Warren rally a few years ago. He loved the energy of a campaign. Since he can't run here in Nevada, the Las Vegas teenager started thinking outside the map to Vermont, 2,700 miles away.
I do want to raise the minimum wage from I believe right now it's $12.50 to $15 an hour because living in Vermont is expensive. Gas prices there right now are $4.70. Rent is an average of $1.8K, $2,000 a month.
Vermont is already famous for maple syrup, Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and whatever that is. So who knows, maybe a 14-year-old governor is next. Let's say he wins. You ready to go to Vermont?
I told him if that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do.
Just because I'm 14 doesn't mean I can't do things that someone who's running the state that's about 50 or 60 can.
He's also realistic.
I obviously expect not to win, but I'm hoping for 1, 5, 10 votes, whatever.
If Governor Jackson Williams doesn't happen, maybe a higher office is calling.
When he was a brand new baby, one of the ladies at my church, one of the first times I brought him, she asked me, you know, what's his full name? And when I told her, she's like, oh, he's going to be president.
Wow. All right, well, first things first, Governor.
Okay.
If you'd like to follow Jackson on his quest to be the next governor of Vermont, you can give his campaign a follow on Twitter. It's at WriteInJackson, which is WRITE in Jackson.
The way he was spewing that data on the local economy there, I had no concept of what the cost of living was at 14.
He's done some homework. He's done some homework. I even pitched him some, look, every good campaign needs a campaign promise.
Yes.
Like I pitched him some ideas like the Monday after the Super Bowl, national holiday, nobody has to work.
Absolutely.
So I think he's maybe thinking of making that part of his platform.
Now, do you have to live there to vote for him?
No, because he's a write-in candidate. You don't have to be, there are no residency requirements, and also there are no age requirements. Here in Nevada, I think it's 25 or something.
What about the voting requirements? Like, can I vote for him from Las Vegas?
You can't because you're not a resident of Vermont.
All right.
Anyway.
Best of luck to him.
He says he's going to make a trip out there and campaign and everything, so good luck, Jackson.
I love